Monday surprise. Monday blues nahi, Monday surprise. Hello, how are you? This is Hina from Team TES और अब आप बोलेंगे कौन सा सरप्राइज? पिछले हफ्ते भी तो राजस्थान सेट चल रहा था मैम. नहीं, एक बड़ा सरप्राइज आया है टेस्ट की तरफ से. Well, do you know? For Rajasthan set and Maharashtra set, we are beginning with a rapid course. Rapid नाम से ही आप समझ गए होंगे. This is a precise course which will help you to clear these prestigious examinations. Well, it will come with lecture notes, of course. The speciality of this course will be you'll get these video capsules. Capsules will be like short videos to help you with summary of important works. Of course, quizzes will be there and a lot more to help you in a precise manner. That is why they are called rapid courses for Rajasthan set and Maharashtra set. Well, for more details and how to join the course, when it is starting, you can contact Tess on the number 9387839871. मैं अब चालू करती हूँ आज के 15 questions with 15 answers and of course lot of explanation. Lot नहीं, but then precise, good. It will help you. चलें start करें. Question number 1. In which of the following poems does the author celebrate his own wedding? Your options are A. Prothalamion, B. Amoretti, C. Epithalamion, or D. Annus Mirabilis. कौन सी पोएम है जिसमें ऑथर बल्ले बल्ले कर रहे हैं, अपनी शादी की बात कर रहे हैं? The answer is option C, Epithalamion. Well, Epithalamion, you know, is an ode written by Edmund Spenser, the 16th century English poet, to his bride Elizabeth Boyle on their wedding day. Okay, the wedding day happened in 1594, but this book was published in 1595. अभी ये एक बड़ी सी पोएम है, बड़ी लंबी पोएम है, Epithalamion. It consists of 24 stanzas and each stanza represents 1 hour of the day. So 24 hours in a day is equals to 24 stanzas of Epithalamion. Okay, now the mood of this poem is very thankful, very hopeful, and very sunny. Everything that you feel when you are in love. अभी मैंने जानबूझ के ना आपको स्क्रीन पे ये कवर दिया है, एमोरेटी एंड एपिथेलेमियन. तो आप बोलेंगे कि अरे हीना, इसका आंसर तो एपिथेलेमियन है, तो यहाँ एमोरेटी क्यों लिखा गया है? Well, epithalamion was actually published in this joint collection in 1595 called as Amoretti and Epithalamion. So the answer is C. ठीक है, एमोरेटी नहीं लिखिएगा. चलिए आगे बढ़े. Question number 2. Who among the following was looked upon as a close approximation of the Renaissance ideal of the gentleman? आसानी से समझाऊं तो कौन है इनमें से जिनको बहुत ही रेवर किया जाता था और माना जाता था to be an ideal gentleman, to be a perfect gentleman of his day? लड़कियां उन पे मरती थी. कौन है वो? Your options are A. Edmund Spenser, B. John Donne, C. John Milton, or D. Philip Sidney. You know it? Yes, you do. It is option D, Sir Philip Sidney, who definitely had a very short lifespan of just 31 years. He lived from 1554 to 1586. But when he lived, he was looked upon as the ideal, perfect, chivalric man. Why? First, because of his literary excellence. Second, because of his impeccable character. And third, because of his highest ideals of chivalry. Now, come on, fun facts. Tell me 3 important works of Sir Philip Sidney. Fast. First is Astrophel and Stella. Perfect. Second is The Defense of Poesy. And third is Arcadia. Dum. We are done with question number 2. Let's move to question number 3. Religio Medici was written by option A, Sir Thomas Browne, B, Robert Browning, C, John Milton, or D, Jonathan Swift. Religio Medici was written by, it is option A, Sir Thomas Browne. Thomas Browne was a 17th century English author and a polymath. Abhi polymath kaun hote hain? Rabindranath Tagore was also called a polymath, right? Aristotle was called a polymath. They are men of great learning. Now, Sir Thomas Browne wrote this book, you know, The Religion of a Doctor, or Religio Medici, because he himself was a doctor. Yes. Well, you know, he was an MD, and in this book, Religio Medici, Browne talks about his life as a physician and also talks about other important things like Bible, charity, religion and Christianity. So I think Religio Medici को अपन Sir Thomas Browne की autobiography बोलते हैं. Okay, it was published in the year 1642, and this takes us to question number 4. Read it carefully. The Earl of Shaftesbury sought to exclude King Charles II from the throne and supplant him by the Duke of Monmouth. This is recorded in a famous poem called, your options are A. Absalom and Achitophel, B. Macflacno, C. Religio Medici, or D. Astrea Redux. कौन सी पोम है जिसमें Earl of Shaftesbury एक प्लॉट रचते हैं and he wants Duke of Monmouth to rebel against his own father, King Charles II? You know it. It is option A, Absalom and Achitophel. Well, it is a 1681 allegorical, satirical poem composed by John Dryden. Dryden, you know him, was an English poet, playwright, and a literary critic who lived from 1631 to 1700. अभी अपन Absalom and Achitophel की बात करें, so it is a retelling of a story from the Bible. पहले मैं आपको बाइबल की स्टोरी बताऊं. In Bible, a story has been discussed wherein David, who's the king of Israel, loves his illegitimate son, Absalom. Okay. Now, Absalom is persuaded or cajoled by a man called as Achitophel, who's the villain, to rebel against his father for the throne of Israel. But then this rebellion is curbed. बिल्कुल यही प्लॉट अब आप इंग्लैंड की तरफ ले जाइए, एंड दिस इज व्हाट इज डिस्कस्ड इन एब्सैलोम एंड एकिटोफेल. ये एलिगोरी क्यों है? बिकॉज हियर इजराइल इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय इंग्लैंड, डेविड इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय किंग चार्ल्स II, Absalom is represented by Duke of Monmouth. They were the illegitimate sons, also called as the bastard sons, okay, not from the wife. And last is Achitophel. He is represented by Earl of Shaftesbury. Easy? Very, very. Let's move on to question number 5. Who is the exponent of life force theory? Your options are A. Galsworthy, B. Ibsen, C. Beckett, or D. Shaw. Exponent of life force theory. Well, it is option D. Shaw. George Bernard Shaw. You know him. He was an Irish playwright who lived from 1856 to 1950. अभी थोड़ा लाइफ फोर्स थ्योरी के बारे में समझते हैं. It was explained by him in his 1903 play called as Man and Superman. इसमें क्या कहा गया है? First, life force theory means an upward drive for perfection, always striving for perfection. मतलब perfection के ऊपर भी perfection, उसके ऊपर भी perfection, and human striving towards it. Always moving, continuous. This is life force theory. Second, it was called as, the creative power behind the universe. Okay. Third, in this theory, woman plays the most important role in the creation, and then comes the man. So the woman creates and preserves life, whereas the man gives value to this life. Okay. And this was life force theory by George Bernard Shaw, the man on the screen. Look how he is looking at us and giving that smile to us. I like it. Let's move on to question number 6. Ted Hughes birthday letters. ठीक है? Birthday letters by Ted Hughes. ये क्या है? Your options are A. Is a collection of letters the poet received on his birthday. B. Explores the complex history of England. C. Describes his relationship with Sylvia Plath, who was his wife. Or D, is a collection of letters the poet wrote on his children's birthday. Kya hai birthday letters? The answer is option C. It describes his relationship with Sylvia Plath. Look at them on the screen. They are looking at each other happily, but in the second photo, they are distressed. Sylvia Plath, was the wife of Ted Hughes, who committed suicide in the year 1963. And after she committed suicide, Hughes brought out this poetry collection of 88 poems. Okay, 88 poems are there in birthday letters in the year 1998. अभी इन poems में अलग-अलग themes हैं. There are different themes in birthday letters. For example, first, Hughes talks about how he first met Sylvia Plath. Second, he talks about his wife's depression tackling, her mental anguish, and also the problems she faced before finally committing suicide and ending her life. Third, he describes his life alone as a father, father of two very young children, a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. And next, he talks about his infidelity with Plath, okay? And this is what destroyed their relationship. And when he told this, there was a lot of controversy around birthday letters, right? So I think I'm going to call the birthday letters as an autobiography of Hughes. Yeah? आगे बढ़े question number 7 पे. The term critical theory was first coined by Dash School of Criticism. Okay, which school of criticism coined critical theory? Your options are A, Marxist, B, Frankfurt, C, Freudian, or D, structuralist. Of course, critical theory was given by the Frankfurt School. They were the German philosophers and social theorists. Okay, now for example, you can see them here. It is Max Horkheimer and Theodore W. Adorno. Okay, अभी इन लोगों ने क्या बोला? First of all, Horkheimer, he defined this term in his 1931 essay called as Traditional and Critical Theory as a means to liberate human beings from the circumstances that enslave them. Okay, it is a social philosophy. This critical theory is basically a social philosophy that challenges power structures. Yeah, and it is applied to humanities and social sciences. Right? Good enough? Easy? Theory. It's all theory. ठीक है? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's move on to question number 8. In Wole Soyinka's play, The Lion and the Jewel, listen to the options, okay? इस play में कौन क्या है? Option A, Sidi is the lion and Baroka is the jewel. B, Baroka is the lion and Sidi is the jewel. C, Sidi is the lion and Lakune is the jewel. Or D, Baroka is the lion and Lakune is the jewel. Nah, it is option B. Baroka is the lion and Sidi is the jewel. Well, lion and the jewel ka setting बताऊं तो it is a village called Ilunjile. Okay, Ilunjile in Nigeria. और इस play के कुछ major characters बताती हूँ. First is Sidi, who is a beautiful young woman who is called as Jewel. Second is Lakune. Lakune is a modern schoolmaster who teaches there in this village. Third is Baroka or Bale. Now, Baroka or Bale is the head of this village. He's the chief of this village. He's called the lion. And something very striking about Baroka is he marries a new wife every few months. Every few months, he decides to marry. और उनमें से ही जो सबसे senior wife है, she is called Sadiku. Okay, Sadiku. Right? Now, Wole Soyinka, you know him, born in 1934, is a Nigerian playwright who was awarded the Nobel Prize in the year 1986. Perfecto. Let's move on to question number 9. The following texts appeared in different centuries. Arrange them in chronological order. ये कुछ text है, इनको chronological order में arrange करेंगे according to their date of publication. Okay? The texts are A, Pleasures Reconciled to Virtue, B, The Fairy Queen, C, The Canterbury Tales, or D, Edward II. बताओ, कौन सी पहले लिखी गई, publish की गई और कौन सी आखिरी में? The answer is option D, CBDA. Okay? अभी Canterbury Tales was published in 1400, Chaucer's work. उसके बाद आती है B, The Fairy Queen, a poem by Edmund Spenser, published in the year 1590. उसके बाद आती है D, Christopher Marlowe का play Edward II, which was published in the year 1592. और सबसे आखिरी में है A, Pleasures Reconciled to Virtue, published and performed in the year 1618, and it was written by Ben Jonson. ठीक है? Easy, you got it. आगे बढ़े. Question number 10. The term stream of consciousness was first used by, ठीक है? ये बड़ा tricky question है. Your options are A, William James, B, William Johnson, C, Alexander Bain, or D, none of the above. Stream of consciousness was used by, it is option A, William James. अभी द स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस टर्म सबसे पहले कॉइन किसने किया था? इट इज सी अलेक्जेंडर बेन, ठीक है. कॉइनिंग वाज बाय बेन, जबकि यूजिंग वाज बाय विलियम जेम्स, ठीक है. इजी. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. The work which takes up the theme of split personality is, your options are A, The Way of All Flesh, B, Frankenstein, C, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or D, Sons and Lovers. Which work talks about split personality, alter ego, duality? You know it. It is option C, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Illustrated. It is a novella by R.L. Stevenson, which was published in the year 1886. यहाँ पे Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, both of them are the same person. जिसमें Dr. Jekyll is the good guy, you know, very renowned socially, जबकि Hyde जो है is a murderer, he's the bad guy. तो कोई भी क्वेश्चन अगर एग्जाम में आता है where they talk about alter egos, duality, split personality, good and bad side of human beings, तो उसका आंसर आप आंख बंद करके दीजिएगा, Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay, let's move on to question number 12. Sinclair Ross's As for Me and My House is a, Sinclair Ross का ये एक work है, As for Me and My House. It is what? Your options are A, prairie novel, B, historical novel, C, post-colonial novel, or D, post-modern novel. As for Me and My House, it is option A, a prairie novel. क्या होते हैं prairie novels? They are set on the Canada or the Canadian prairies. That is the region in the Western Canada where the population is less and the forest is more. Okay. Sinclair Ross, you know, was an author from Canada. He lived from 1908 to 1996. Okay. And here is Sinclair Ross on the screen. And that is the cover of the book, As for Me and My House. Do you know this about Sinclair? He was a banker. So a banker turned author is Sinclair Ross from Canada, right? Let's move on. Question number 13. The term negritude was first used by, your options are M.A. Césaire, A. M.A. Césaire, B. Leopold Senghor, C. Nelson Mandela, or D. Buchi Emechita. Negritude term was first used by option A, M.A. Césaire. Okay, it was actually along with Leopold Senghor and Leon Demas. Okay, ये नाम भी बड़े important है. Leopold Senghor and Leon Demas in the year 1930s. Okay, and अगर अपन negritude movement की बात करें, so it was very prominent in 1930s, 40s and 50s. And it was a reaction against European colonization of Africa, right? So abhi jo poets they of negritude movement, they reclaimed the term negritude. They used the term negritude with a lot of pride by upholding their African cultural roots, and also their style was against Europe's colonial drive. Okay, their style of writing was against Europe's colonization, right? Here is M.A. Césaire on the screen. You can look at him. And ye photographs jitna dekhenge na, so when you will be in the exam, the images are going to come to you. Believe me. Abhi aapko lagega, are almost, you know, every slide Hina puts images, but then they will help you a lot in your exam. Yeah? Let's move on. Question number 14. Jayant Mahapatra, one of the contemporary Indian poets, is basically a man of, your options are A, physics, B, psychology, C, English, or D, the corporate world. Jayant Mahapatra is who? A teacher of physics, right? Abhi to retire ho gaye hain. Yahan dekhiye Jayant Mahapatra ji ko, young Jayant, old Jayant. Okay, now he is born in the year 1928 and he is the first Indian poet to win Sahitya Academy Award for English poetry. In fact, he also received Padma Shri, but he returned it later. He received it in 2019 and returned it in 2015 as a protest against rising intolerance in India. Okay, chalo abhi thoda added information banta hai. Tell me famous poems by Jayant Mahapatra. Hunger, Her Hand, Dawn at Puri, Freedom, Grandfather. and an important book by him is called Relationships. Okay, आगे बढ़े to the last question of the day. Here it is on your screen. Match the following correctly. यहाँ पे कुछ writers दिए गए हैं, female writers, and उनके works दिए गए हैं. You have to tell me which writer has written which work. मैं सीधा आंसर बताती हूँ. That will definitely make more sense. Let's move to answer. It is option B. So now Simone de Beauvoir. Simone de Beauvoir. What did she write? She's written The Second Sex. Virginia Woolf, we know, has written A Room of One's Own. Toril Moi, okay, Toril Moi has written Sexual or Textual Politics, while Elaine Showalter has written The New Feminist Criticism. And this brings us to the end of today's video question answers. I hope you liked it. I hope you are, every time I say, gain the knowledge that you need. Abhi isme bhale 3, 4, 5 out of 15 hardly matters. Just grab the information that we are giving you. Take this opportunity. You know, it says we should take the opportunity when it knocks at your door. So the opportunity is actually knocking at the door. We have to open the door. We have to open our brain, bring in the essential information, just the essential, not too much, because of which I told you TES is starting with rapid courses for Rajasthan set and Maharashtra set. Okay, rapid courses are like fast courses. Okay, you need any information, call us on the number 93878 39871. I am coming again tomorrow with another set of 15 question answers to help you with Rajasthan set. Take care. This is Hina. Bye bye.